So I've just been doing some divination, a very specific divination to look into the progression of a certain situation on Earth, on the planet right now. So, as I'm sure everyone is aware of this, let's approach it from an aspect that hopefully everyone can relate to. So it is about Donald Trump and their current. This is one component, okay, because everything is connected. Everything is connected. So we're just looking at it from how much of this, what is occurring, is connected to fundamental human rights, free speech, the right to protect one's own private property, the right to govern one's own thoughts and feelings, and to make one's own decisions. So, of course, there inevitably will be an aspect of each individual, including Donald Trump, including their campaign, which there will be certain components which are, maybe have some slight distortions. So, but we're just focusing on a fundamental aspect, which is that this court case that has been brought against him is not constitutional. It is an attempt by some corrupt forces in the world who would not like every individual's freedom of speech, ability to govern their own thoughts, feelings, their own blood, their own organs, to make their own decisions, and to ultimately have access to the same creative and destructive capabilities as them. It's very makes perfectly logical that if you already have more destructive and creative power than other people, and the way that you have accumulated this creative and destructive power is by keeping people less aware than you. So it's very clear that if you understand it, we approach it from this perspective. So, according to this fundamental positive value, here is my divination using Taoist numerology, I Ching. Okay, this is the prognosis. The initial hexagram in this sequence is hexagram 11. Great, smooth advance. So, hexagram 11, great, smooth advance. Earth and heaven in prosperous union, moving, advancing steadily, while the full-flowered moon takes its head to emerge. So, there is a great, smooth advance of these positive values. Human rights, free speech, the right of personal ownership, and the right for everyone to make their own decisions based on their own feeling, based on their own personality, based on their own needs to sustain themselves, and their right to pursue their dreams and ambitions, and their right to the creative power to do that, and the destructive power to protect their own body and organs and their mind and their spirit from external coercion or external interference. Everyone, we have this basic capability. Whether you would like it to be equally available to all human beings, or maybe you feel that only the government should have this type of capability. It's your free will, which one you choose. But there has been a great smooth advance of this positive energy, positive force. This aspect of these values, of divine values. And then the next hexagram, well, let's just talk about the hidden hexagram. Is this hidden hexagram is 54, which is look for opportunities to be cooperative and helpful. This will probably entail stepping aside and letting things happen. So at this point, it's important for us to step aside and let things happen. There's already been a great smooth advance. They have made great progress. They've made as much progress as that can be made right now. It's not recommended to try to use any more force to achieve anything. Remember the concept of wu wei, the concept of non-governing. When a process is unfolding naturally, don't try to use any force. Don't try to add any force or add anything extra to that. We just keep the parameters in place which are allowing this process to unfold in such a good way. So again, look for opportunities to be cooperative and helpful. This will probably entail stepping aside and letting things happen. Spend time with like-minded people who share your values and goals. A great leader is the servant of those he leads. A great leader is the servant of those he leads. A great leader is the servant of those he leads. And then, so this is the initial hexagram. This is the initial program. We're using I Ching because our mind is also a binary computer, basically, that is interfaces with the universe through a kind of binary code. Or the way in which our mind interacts and exchanges with the universe, it can be reduced to a binary code. There's other analog signals and things happening as well, a lot happening as well. And of course, so many, even Chinese now, they want to say, oh, I Ching, it's maybe not useful. There's so many other things happening in the universe. I want to try Western magic. I want to try, I want to try this other extraterrestrial magic. There must be something beyond. And this is Taoist method, I Ching, and Taoist methods. Very, very good traditions that have been developed on Earth in certain regions on Earth, okay, and developed in China and in other parts as well. But specifically, this one is developed in China and has its roots in Taoism. And this is a very important thing to understand. I know you're interested in all these other what's going on, other dimensions, other this, other that, but we have to see how the I Ching method reduces everything to a kind of a type of binary code. It's actually not just binary. There's kind of four, let's say, polarities. There's yin, and then there's yang, and then there's a changing yin and a changing yang. So, for example, we can see in the first, when I did the, I used the stick method to derive the first, to come up with the base hexagram, which consists of 3 changing yang lines below 3 true yin lines. You see, these are changing yang lines, these are true yin lines. These are all true yin lines. These are true yang lines with true yin lines on top. Okay, so this one with the changing ones, this is the basic one which we draw from, which we then derive the how the situation will be divided into 3 basic programs. So our human mind, because we can reduce it to this binary kind of code, source code, if you want to call it that. It's more than that. But if we just understand it like that, and then we will understand how it is an expression. It is correlated with these higher octaves and different reverberations and frequencies and causal mechanics, and also, the mental and the astral level as well. It's all connected. So yes, a very useful method. The second hexagram in the sequence. So the first one we went over. This is the initial, which is smooth. A great smooth advance. So a great smooth advance has already been achieved, and then we looked at the fact that as much as that can be achieved has basically been achieved now. So we just want to keep the current parameters in place and allow things to unfold, and look for people to cooperate with, look for opportunities to help out and to connect with like-minded people. And then the changing hexagram was the earth element, this one, which is earth, receive, respond. Earth as above reflects itself by reaching out. Immortal muses then appear, supporting all that lives. So it's about now being receptive. In the initial hexagram 11, we realized that great achievement has already been accomplished, and we look for opportunities to help others and connect with like-minded people. Now we must understand we must be open, we must be receptive, we must be aware. We must not let our attention be sucked into any particular thing. We want to look at the space between, so that we are aware of what's going on. And the hidden hexagram is 54, which is culminate, marry, arrive. The sounds of thunder over the lake revealed the sun threatened and obscured by clouds. The procession must stop, hold its ground, and celebrate what they have. So, the sound of thunder over the lake reveals the sun threatened by clouds. So, indeed, we've come a long way, we've achieved a lot, but now the clouds are still threatening to come and obscure the the sun. So we have to, the progress that we've made, we have to basically stop using too much force, and hold our ground and celebrate what we have, and connect with like-minded people, look for opportunities to help out, but yeah, be careful in not using too much force.